Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, viewers of all ages, I'd like to thank you all for stopping by and giving me your time. I am your host, Eric Daniel Coughlin, and this is another episode of Just My Thoughts. So today we're going to make things all simple, all one subject. Today we're going to break down the Chicago Bears. So we're going to have 3 points of emphasis. We're going to talk about the 53-man roster. So last year, I tried my hand at predicting the 53-man roster, and I had got 46 of the 53. This year, I'm doing it again. I'm going to try my hand at a 53-man roster, already knowing that I'm not going to get all 53. There's a couple of ways things could go. Other people would do things differently than I would do. But at the end of the day, at how I would build the team with what's presented in front of me, I've created a 53-man roster. I'm going to pinpoint the preseason standouts, even though we're just week 3. We are 3-0. That's right, we're 3-0. We got another game next week, but even though we got another game, I'm just going to go on and tell you my standouts anyway. And then we're going to talk about how great it feels to be in quarterback heaven for all Chicago Bears fans. So that being said, let's get started. Let's break down the 53-man roster via Eric Daniel Coughlin, a.k.a. Mr. C. I would take 3 quarterbacks. Obviously, that's like the new thing in the NFL. Everybody's taking 3 quarterbacks. So this is not like a cheat sheet. This is just my little sheet. I doubt you guys can even see what's going on. There's not even really names on here. It's just like initials and shit. But anyway, so without the cheat sheet, Caleb Williams, Tyson Bagent, Brett Rippon, all 3 of you make the team. Good job. Let's move it on to wide receivers. I'm taking 7 wide receivers. Now, that may sound like a lot, but, I got to use a couple of these guys in a couple of different ways via special teams. So how about DJ Moore, Keenan Allen, Rome Odunze. Obviously, I'm keeping Dante Pettis. I'm keeping Tyler Scott from last year. Velus Jones Jr. For the last 3 years. This is year 4 for him. He's on his contract year. He's either make it or break it for Velus Jones Jr. You're still on my team. And Colin Johnson. I believe I already mentioned Dante Pettis. So that's 7 wide receivers. I'm taking 4 running backs. I know that sounds like a lot, but again, I got to use these guys in different ways. Of course, DeAndre Swift, he signed a 4-year deal. He's here. Keeping Khalil Herbert for whatever reason. I like him. He's durable. He's always there. I'm keeping him on my team. Khalil Herbert, good job. Roschon Johnson, because you're still on rookie contract, and I thought you did a pretty good job last year, and I thought that you could still do a pretty good job. We're not using you in the preseason, which must mean either you're hurt or we got big plans for you during the real season, so we're keeping you hush-hush. Either way, you're still on my team. And I like Ian Wheeler so much, I'm not cutting Ian Wheeler. So Ian Wheeler would be the 4th running back coming onto my team. So that is 4 running backs. I'm taking 4 tight ends. Technically, you could grade it as 6 tight ends. I know that sounds like a lot, but 2 of these guys I'm expecting to play fullback. So how about just slot me at 4 tight ends? Cole Kmet, Gerald Everett, Brent Carlson, and of course Mercedes Lewis, who can end up retiring. Like I said, really, Sweeney. I got Sweeney slotted as a fullback, but he's listed as a tight end. And Bates. Bates is listed as a tight end. I got him slotted as a fullback. Speaking of fullbacks, I'm keeping Kyrie Blasingame, so that's 3. Now to the offensive line, I'm keeping 9 offensive guys. I know that sounds stupid because it takes 5 guys to make offensive line, and I'm keeping 9, which means not everybody's got a backup. That's what that means. But it does mean that I'm expecting at least 3 of these guys to be able to play guard, tackle, or center. All 3. I don't care what you are. Just be there, be available, be strong. Thank you. So, that being said, Tevin Jenkins, Darnell Wright, Theo Benedict, the Canadian Eagle. I'm keeping him around. Of course, Nate Davis, Big Kyrene, the guy that we drafted. Ryan Bates, the guy we made trade for. I'm obviously keeping Cole Shelton. I'm also keeping, what's that? What is his name? BJ. Braxton Jones. That's BJ. Braxton Jones. And I'm also keeping Jerome Carvin. So those are the guys on the offensive line. 9 offensive linemen, 3 fullbacks, 4 tight ends, 4 running backs, 7 wide receivers, and 3 quarterbacks. Now on the defensive side, again, these are my numbers. This is my team. Not everybody would build it the same way I want to build it. 6 linebackers. You know, Tremaine Edmonds, TJ Edwards, Jack Sanborn, Noah Sewell. And then I like Baskerville. I cannot cut him. And then the other guy that his name is really, really hard and he could be cut, the Amangata. I'm pronouncing it Amangata, but I know that's wrong. I don't know how to say his name. He could be a cuttable player, but still doing pretty good. Defensive backs, I'm keeping 8, which is why Amangata might get cut, because some people might want to keep 9 because we run a 4-2-5. 5 defensive backs play in our defense, and I'm only keeping 9. A lot like the offensive line, both of them might need additions. I might have to subtract a couple players. Either which way, 9 or 8 DBs. Here we go. Jalen Johnson, Kyler Gordon, Tyreek Stevenson, Jaquan Brisker, of course, building blocks. Then Jonathan Owens, Kevin Beard. I'm keeping Elijah Hicks. And I'm keeping Terrell Smith. There's no way I'm cutting Terrell Smith. The boy got an interception today. The boy filled in 5 games last year. He's going to be durable. As a matter of fact, out of all the rep guys, he's the most important. If any of my starters come out, I want Terrell Smith going in. There's no way Terrell Smith gets cut. Defensive linemen, I'm keeping 7 of them. Are you ready? Montez Sweat, Gervon Dexter, Zach Piggins, the rookie Austin Booker. Standout player, spoiler, Daniel Grady. And then, of course, Dominic Robinson, we drafted him a couple years ago. I think he stays on the team. And Delaney Walker, we made the trade for him from Tennessee last year. I think Delaney Walker stays on the team. Then, of course, our kicker, Cairo Santos, and our punter, Torrey Taylor. That is your 53-man roster by one, Mr. Coughlin, Eric Daniel Coughlin, a.k.a. Mr. C. Now let's talk about those preseason standouts. Of course, Daniel Grady, I just said it. I think he's probably showing that he's the most durable defensive lineman we've picked up this offseason. Like, he could play defensive end, he could play defensive tackle. You could put him anywhere, he's going to stand out. He's, making sacks, he's getting pressure, he's beating blocks 1-on-1, 2-on-1. It don't matter. Daniel Grady, stand out, great job. Same thing with Austin Booker, doing the same exact thing, but attacking the edge. Anything going to the far outside, he's eating that shit up. He's also, again, hard to block, very tall, very lanky, very fast, very impressive, getting sacks, getting pressure, not getting blocked, hardly getting touched. Austin Booker, preseason standout. You stand a chance of taking Demarcus Robinson's, I said that right. You got an opportunity to become a starter day one. Good job. Dominic Robinson. You have a chance of taking Dominic Robinson's job. I had to clarify that. I'm sorry, guys. Colin Johnson. This is a standout for 3 reasons. One, opening night, preseason Hall of Fame game. The man caught 4 balls and 2 touchdowns. I mean, that's incredible. The man stands 6'6", but he runs like a 4.6 40. That's also incredible. He's lightning quick, and he stands taller than every DB in the entire NFL. Hasn't seen a lot of him after that. He has a huge blow-up game in the Hall of Fame game, and then they kind of slowed down. I think he makes the team because I think they're being secret about him. All in all, complete standout Colin Johnson. And then again, Austin Booker. I said Austin Booker was going to be a standout. Oh, no, wait. I talked about Austin Booker. Sorry about that. Ian Willer is the other standout. Now, this guy is impressive all the way around. This guy is actually a doctor. He has his medical degree to be a surgical doctor, but wants to be an NFL football player. Blows up in week 2 against the Buffalo Bills. The guy scores twice. Carried the ball, I think, a total of 8 or 9 times, 2 touchdowns, 64 yards. Just can look, you talk about lightning quick. The guy can see his hole and get there faster than just about anybody I've seen in NFL, just like Chris Johnson, just like Alvin Kamara, just like who's a quick hole hitter, Christian McCaffrey. This guy's lightning quick. Now, Sky's the limit for a guy like him. Plus, he's a doctor. Are you freaking serious? Ian Wheeler, preseason standout. You're getting touchdowns and you're moving the chains. And every time they give you the ball, you're doing something great. Great job. Same thing, Colin Johnson. Every time they give you the ball, you're moving the chains. You're getting touchdowns. You're doing great things. You're great job. Austin Booker, Daniel Grady, even if you guys are on my squad, hey, I'm just telling you, all Bears fans, you guys should be rooting for this. Even if you guys come in as relief players, if you guys come in as relief players at the same time, you guys are going to be electric. You've been electric all 3 preseason games. You guys haven't missed a beat. You guys are badass. The most impressive players on the team this preseason are you two, and you're playing on the defense. You guys are phenomenal. Guys are phenomenal. Now, not only all that, not only are we finding offensive studs, and are we finding defensive studs, and they're all no-name players and they're doing great big things. We are in quarterback heaven. Caleb Williams has proven the last 2 games that he's played that he is 110% legit. He can do it all. He can evade you. He can throw it deep. He can throw it short. He can throw it completely accurate. I haven't seen him miscue. Maybe once or 2 or 3, maybe 3 miscues in 3 games. So 1 a game, that's damn near perfect. He's magical. Caleb Williams is magical. Throwing 60-yard passes, cross body, turned the other way. I don't know how he does it. This is going to sound crazy, but it makes me excited. The last time I've ever seen a quarterback play as good as Caleb Williams is playing is Brett Favre. Brett Favre is an NFL legend. He's a historical quarterback. Everybody knows the name. It's a household name. You don't know. If you never heard the name of Brett Favre, you're probably not an NFL fan at all. So the fact that that's what I'm seeing out of Caleb Williams is a great thing. If we can keep him a Bear his entire career, we're going to win multiple championships for the NFC. And we're going to own our division in the North. And we're going to own the NFL. I could see us in 15 years, a great run, like one solid great run, a historical run. 5 championships is acceptable. 6 championships is acceptable. 5 or 6 Super Bowl appearances is acceptable for a career. That's Tom Brady level. That's Peyton Manning level. That's Joe Montana level. That's Patrick Mahomes level. That's blowing the doors off of guys like Aaron Rodgers, like Joe Flacco, like Nick Foles, like Kurt Warner. Hell, that blows the door off of one Drew Brees. We have an opportunity to have an amazing football player. I call it CW. That's the nickname. I call him CW, and I say he's magical. Badass. Quarterback heaven. And it only gets better. This is the reason why. Tyson Bagent just keeps on proving. He proved last year he was better than Justin Fields. So we were comfortable to let Justin Fields go down the road. And we were comfortable enough to draft and bring in a rookie. And there's a reason for that. Because just in case the rookie doesn't work out or he gets hurt, we got one Tyson Bagent. This man comes in and he dominates. He proved that last year. He's proven it in the preseason. Tyson Bagent is a hands-down starting quarterback in the NFL. Can go in a handful. I'd say there's about 15 different teams Tyson Bagent can join and become the starter at the minute he walks in the building. And he's our backup quarterback. I think that's incredible. You know who he reminds me of? The one guy I just talked about, Drew Brees. That's what I see out of Tyson Bagent. Incredible. And then Brett Rippon. He might not be a guy that's going to be historical. He might not be a guy that's going to be remembered 15 years down the road. But he's a guy that's serviceable, knowledgeable, and athletic enough to get the job done. The guy can win games. He reminds me of Kurt Warner. So I told you I'm in quarterback heaven. So in quarterback heaven, if there were ever a quarterback room with Brett Favre, with Drew Brees, with Kurt Warner, would you not say that team is guaranteed to win a Super Bowl? I tell you, the Chicago Bears have CW, Caleb Williams, TB, Tyson Bagent, and BR, Brett Rippon, with the player comparisons of legendary players. the sky's the limit for the Chicago Bears. And all you Chicago Bears fans, all you guys that love us, hell yeah, be happy and be excited, because this is the best damn quarterback locker room the NFL may have ever even seen. There may never be a quarterback room competitive the way this quarterback room is competitive. And to boot, skilled. Let's just be real. Skilled, brother. We badass. Sky's the limit for the Chicago Bears. I got us slotted to go in the Super Bowl. I got us slotted to win the Super Bowl. Oh, you're getting all the preseason hype. Oh, you're getting all the preseason hype. We've been building this thing for 3 years. And all we had to do was to complete the offense. Guess what got completed this offseason? The offense. Guess what got completed last year? The defense. Guess what got built in year 3? What you consider a dominant franchise built in the 3-year system. No, I'm not on the preseason hype. I know my team. I love my team. I respect my team. I follow my team. And this is not a championship that went out and got bought. This was a championship that went out and got built. Because we're not only coming for 1. I just told you guys we're coming for 6. And ladies and gentlemen, that's exactly what I believe. Now, that being said, how do I see us faring off? Who do I really want? And is this really capable of happening? Who I really want behind center is the man that's already behind center, Caleb Williams. Because at the end of the day, we're under a new era of the NFL. So I got the cream of the crop, and I'm happy with it. That being said, I still love Tyson Bagent, and I'm keeping him around too. Is it realistic? Absolutely. This is the reason why. Because for about the last forever and a day, our defense has always been within the top 10. I think we have opportunity to be the number 1 this year. So the defense has always been there. So yes, this is very realistic. This is the best offense this team has ever had. We've had great offensive players, never all at the same time. And that's the truth. This is the best offense we've ever built. Better than Jay Cutler and Brandon Marshall. Better than having Matt Forte around. Better than having Thomas Jones around. Better than Bernard Berry and, Earl Bennett, Martellus Bennett, Greg Olsen. Better than all of that. This is the best Bears team we've ever seen in our lives, ladies and gentlemen. And that's exactly how we're going to wrap it up. If you enjoyed what you heard, you like what you see, always feel free. Cash at me, Eric Daniel Coughlin, a.k.a. Mr. C. I messed all that up, but I don't care. Ladies and gentlemen, have a good day.